aircraft carrier entered a zone near the Strait of Hormuz being used by the Iranian Navy for war games. The Iranian aircraft took video and photos of the U.S. vessel, and the U.S. aircraft carrier was believed to be the USS John C. Stennis, one of the U.S. Navy's biggest warships. U.S. officials announced Wednesday that the ship and its accompanying battle group moved through the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow strait at the entrance of the Gulf that is the world's most important checkpoint for oil shipments. After warnings from the Iranian government and Navy this week that Iran could close the strait if threatened further by Western sanctions, the U.S. Defense Department warned Wednesday that such sanctions will not be tolerated. The United States maintains a Navy presence in the Gulf in large part to ensure oil traffic there is unhindered. Syria's President Bashar Assad warned if his country is attacked by NATO troops, he will ignite the Middle East and fire rockets at Israel. In a meeting with Turkey's Foreign Minister Ahmet Davutoglu, Assad warned if measures are taken against Damascus, it will take no more than 6 hours to transfer hundreds of rockets and missiles to the Golan Heights and fire them at Tel Aviv.
Iran has warned the United States it will take action if an American warship returns to the Persian Gulf. It left the area when Iran started its 10-day naval war games, during which they successfully test-fired a number of different missiles.
Member states have agreed on an oil embargo against Iran to pressure the country of its nuclear program. However, Iran is responding to increasing sanctions with a vow to never give up its peaceful uranium enrichment activities.
Now, the fingerprints and eye scans of every person in India are being gathered in the biggest biometric database in the world. More than 1.2 billion people's data will be on the system, which will give access to the welfare state. But opponents argue the scheme could be exploited by the Indian government.
This is an enormous task. The fingerprints and eye scans of every Indian in the country are being taken and collated into an online database. When complete, everyone will have a unique 12-digit identity number. It'll enable them to access India's vast and unwieldy welfare state. The project will take at least 10 years to complete and will cost billions of pounds, but take-up has been impressive. 1 million people are now being processed at centres like this every day. Creating the world's largest biometric database is, of course, an enormous challenge in a chaotic country like India with a population of 1.2 billion people. In all, 2.4 billion irises will have to be scanned and 12 billion fingerprints will have to be taken. But critics of the programme argue it's not so much about fighting corruption, but what it will do is give an overbearing state even greater powers to abuse. Civil liberties groups claim gathering this information is an invasion of privacy.
Once you collect that information, then all the time that person will be under some kind of surveillance.
Organisers, though, say the database, which includes the biometric details of children and adults alike, will remain confidential. And the benefits to citizens of a more efficient and less corrupt state far outweigh any concerns about intrusion. Alex Rossi, Sky News, Delhi.